Everybody, it's Wednesday. I haven't vlogged in a couple of days. I just needed a couple of days off. I'm not working today. It is 20 minutes to 1 and I'm going down to Waterford. I have an MRI today, so I have an MRI on my brain and on my spine, and hopefully nothing abnormal shows up. This is just to see what's the situation, because the last MRI I had was not too bad. It was about a year ago, but some of the scars that are on my brain and back, the doctor was worried that one of them might have looked inflamed, so I have to have another MRI. We were hoping it would be faster, but with the waiting lists and the way everything is, it took this long. I just had my lunch and now I'm gonna have a big old mug of coffee. So this is the Nespresso Virtuo and it is the peppermint one, and this is what the box looks like. And last month I did orangey kind of nails, and I inadvertently, subconsciously perhaps, matched exactly the pumpkin spice capsules from Nespresso, and this month I have matched perfectly the peppermint. How am I doing this? What colour am I going to do next month to match Nespresso? Anyway, these ones, they're quite nice. They have a hint of peppermint. I would say sometimes when I'm drinking it at work, it can go a bit cold, or I can just get the dregs at the bottom of the mug and it's not as good. But I'm at home, I can put it on my mug warmer and it will stay delicious. I decided to read a little before I left, so I'm going to leave my gooseneck with my Kindle all set up. It's not the best. It's a bit stiff and it's really difficult to use, but I realised it fits on my new bedside table and I can set it up there and it's actually perfect. So you see I have it connected onto my bedside locker and goosenecked, because when I had it here, it kind of, yeah, it just didn't work. So I have it set up, and I have my little clickers so I can change the page without having to lean over and push it every time. Also, one of the things I noticed when it was on my bed is that if I like shifted or moved, it was wobbling, whereas this way that's not happening. I'm going to be going away in a few minutes. You okay? I just brushed my teeth and washed my face. I changed into my jeans, but I'm bringing my tracksuit bottoms and I have a jumper, no metal, because obviously I'm going into an MRI machine. I just grabbed my purse. Oh, almost a year ago I went to Chicago. Take me back, I want to go back. Anybody want to bring me to Chicago? I loved it, I want to go back. I want to win the lottery and then travel around America. Although, we'll wait a week and see how I feel. I'm home. It is 5:30, so my light should be coming on any minute. Oh wait, I think I forgot to change the time that my light comes on. I'll do that. But my MRI went well, I think. I mean, obviously I don't know what the results of it are yet, but it felt fine. 40 minutes in the machine flew by. I got a little bit of a pain in the back of my neck and a little bit of a pain in my back while I was lying there, but that's only because you can't adjust yourself if they're doing an MRI on your brain and spine. So my hands went completely numb, but again, that's only because you can't like adjust yourself when you're lying there. But otherwise it went well. Hi everybody, it's Halloween, so I wore my Ghostbusters t-shirt to work, even though nobody could see it because I wore a jumper all day, but that's not the point. I knew I was wearing it. Right now, it is 7:07. I just had a shower and I'm about to dry my hair because Dad and I are going to Kilkenny to Richie Hogan's book launch. So I need to dry my hair before we go. I dried and just ran over my hair then with the straightener, put on an old Kilkenny jersey, and I'm just going to grab some money and I'm going to grab a pen, because you never know who you're going to meet at these things, to get a few autographs on the book. Hello everybody, it is 11:15 and I came home probably about 30 minutes ago, but I hadn't had anything to eat since lunchtime because obviously I came home and washed my hair and went straight to Kilkenny. So I got some food along the way and it was really nice, but most importantly I got a book. It's a Richie Hogan's autobiography, Whatever It Takes. We met Richie and we met a couple of other hurlers along the way, so I got them all to sign the book. And yeah, so there's a bunch of signatures, and then of course the main man, Richie himself. I am looking forward to reading this book, but I actually am reading another book on my Kindle at the moment, so when I'm finished that, it's the one about the bookshop. It's just taking me time to read. So once I'm finished that, then I will move on to Whatever It Takes, my autobiography, Richie Hogan with Fintan O'Toole. I look forward to reading it. It may be almost midnight, but it's Halloween, so clearly I'm gonna watch Hocus Pocus. I'm exhausted though, so I don't know will I get it all watched, but I think I'm gonna have myself a little Halloween movie marathon tomorrow and over the weekend. Halloween movie marathon to me does not necessarily mean scary movies, because I don't like horror, okay? I'm not gonna watch horror, maybe during the day, but I once made the mistake of watching Psycho on my own in my bedroom in the middle of the night when I was like 11. Yeah, I know that's too young to watch Psycho, but I did. And then I couldn't sleep. Full stop. I just haven't slept since. So clearly the me not being able to fall asleep thing has been long running, but that definitely contributed. I just remember being like, this is the scariest film ever. And it's not that it's overly gory, okay? Gore does not a scary film make. It's the psychological. Hi everybody. It's November, which means 1 month today, and it'll be Vlogmas. I bought myself an advent calendar. I'm going to leave it to be a surprise. We will see in Advent what it is, so it's time. You'll have to watch my Vlogmas to see what my advent calendar is. A little bit of a sore throat. It feels like it did when I got off the plane in Chicago last year. I had this little frog in my throat. It's not sore when I speak. It's only sore when I swallow, and that's it. It's just like right here, it feels like there's a frog in my throat. So I just took some vitamin C and I have some soothers, and I'm hoping that they help. I took the emergency crystals that I got in Chicago last year. Oh, I want to go back to Chicago. This time last year I was all excited. I was heading off to Chicago. I wish I could go back. I got a delivery this morning. I only mentioned it last night that I had bought myself a new advent calendar, but I'm not going to reveal what's in the box. Headbutt? Oh, good girl. December 1st will be a Sunday, so that's the perfect opportunity to do a full reveal of it. So Vlogmas Day 1 will be coming in less than a month, and I'll reveal what's in the box. Now the plan for today is to do nothing. No, I need to edit vlogs. I really need to edit vlogs. The week 1 of the knit along pattern for the King Cole Christmas blanket arrived. Well, it didn't arrive, I had to go online and find it, but I have all the yarn in the attic. When I looked at it, I reminded myself as to why I dislike knitting. I have to cast on like 237 stitches, and it's 3.5 mil needles. It's gonna be small enough. Oh, I might get some of that done today when things are rendering. I'm doing some editing from the 16th of September to the 22nd of September. Got myself some pumpkin spice cake, Nespresso, and it smells amazing, and I know it tastes amazing too. It tastes like something. I just put it on my coffee mug warmer, but it tastes like something, and I cannot quite put my finger on exactly what that is. Do you know what I love? My Kindle. I've had my Kindle since 2015. I've yet to run out of space on it. I've hundreds of books on it, and I absolutely love it. I decided to put stickers on the back of it for the first time ever this year, and I'm going to get a clear case for it as well. I have one online. I'm just contemplating whether or not I'll buy it on AliExpress or on Amazon. It's cheaper on AliExpress. But boy, am I tempted to buy a new Kindle. Well, I'm not actually going to buy a new Kindle because they're way too expensive. There's one here. It's the Kindle Color Soft. 32 gigabytes. I'd never fill 32 gigabytes. It's $321.98. Oh, if anybody wants to send me a free Kindle so I can try it out and give a review, hit me up. I'll do that. It's just gone 4:15, so I edited the vlog from the 16th to the 22nd of September. I have that edited, ready to go. Then I printed off all this. So I have 3 weeks of the crochet along from Sirdar. I don't have any yarn for it, but I figured I might as well print the instructions. And then I printed week 1 of the knit along for the King Cole one that I have the yarn for in the attic. So I just need to go look for the needles for that. It took me like the guts of an hour to get my printer to work. I kept trying to print the King Cole knit along for that blanket, and it just kept giving me an error that my printer was offline. So I troubleshooted it. It would say that it was working again, and then it wouldn't work, and this was going on and on. So what I did is I just plugged it out completely for like a minute and then plugged it back in, and it went back online. Eily is in her little Calax house. Oh, she was in there for a good few minutes and she was like walking around, and then I think she was going to lie down, but I came over to her and scared her. That's interesting, Eily, because I was only vlogging the video where you got in it for the first time today. Silly cat. I need to start this. Maybe I'll start it now because I'm editing. Things are rendering. They're going to take a while. I'm a moron. Well, I'm not a moron. I downloaded the pattern, like I mentioned, to start knitting for the knit along. And over the last couple of weeks I have gone online to King Cole's website and checked if anywhere they had written what you needed for it. And I got this with the package, and it has a shopping list and it tells you need to get the different colours and how many of them you need, and that's fine. And then on this side it just says starting November 1st, and that's fine. I've been logging in. Nowhere did it mention what kind of knitting needles you need. So like I mentioned, I'll need circular knitting needles. I think I mentioned I'll need circular knitting needles. And I went out to my bag of knitting needles and I have circular, but they're not the right size. Hi everybody, it's Sunday. I'm freezing. So I think I'm going to get an extra pair of socks because the ones I'm wearing they're not too thin, but they're a little light for the cold that we have today. I had to take Bugs Bunny and my Teddy Ted off of my bed because somebody puked on the floor, and it wasn't me. First of all, she got sick over here, and she got sick before I could move her. I would have picked her up and put her onto the little plastic thing that I have under my desk, but I didn't make it in time, and then because I was running over to her, she ran under the bed and she got just a little bit sick under there. Wasn't much. I think it was just kind of hairball more than sick, but still, poor Eily. So I had to pull my bed out and clean it. I ended up doing some crochet on this multicolored blanket last night since I can't do the knitting on my knit along. I did, however, buy some new circular needles, various sizes, and it's actually not 3.5mm I need, it's 3.25mm, but as far as I can work out looking at the ones that I bought, there is a 3.25mm 100cm long circular needle included in this pack. I just finished my dinner and now I do need to go and have a shower, so I'm going to do that now in a moment, and I'm going to do some crochet because I did some crochet last night. I actually weaved in most of the ends. As you can see, there's still an end here, but that's because it's the pink that I'm crocheting right now. I am finished washing my hair, and this towel is wet in this corner because I used it to dry off my satin bonnet that I washed earlier on, but it's dry for the rest of it, so it'll do. And I'm just going to leave it up in this for a little while, and then I will dry it using my shark. In the land of editing, I went from having a wet hair to bone dry hair like that, but in reality it's a lot of arm work. God, it's so warm in this room, especially after drying my hair. It took me, I would say probably, oh I know, I was watching The Office, like an episode and a half of The Office to fully dry my hair. Now it is 10 to midnight, so I'm going to end this vlog. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, maybe share it, subscribe if you want to see more of my face, and if you want to follow me on any of my socials, my details are in the link in the doobly-doo down below, but they're also at the end of the video. That's it for me today. TTFN.